The early 1980s, the Aegis Combat System, first deployed on the USS Ticonderoga, created a shield of unprecedented power around the American fleet. Its phased array radars could see everything, tracking hundreds of threats simultaneously. The fleet could now see an attack coming from every direction. But a shield, no matter how powerful, is only half of the equation. The fleet's sword, its missile launchers, was still a product of an earlier era. The Mark 26 twin-arm launcher was a marvel of mechanical engineering, but it had limitations. It could only fire 2 missiles before needing to cycle back to an armored magazine, a process that took precious seconds. Seconds are an eternity in modern naval combat. While the Aegis brain could track a swarm of supersonic missiles, its mechanical arms could only fire so fast. What if the launcher jammed? What if a single mechanical failure under the stress of battle could render the ship's primary weapon system useless? The enemy knew this. The strategy of a saturation attack wasn't just about overwhelming the radar, but overwhelming the rate of fire. The Aegis shield could see the arrows coming, but the archer could not knock and loose them fast enough. The fleet had a brilliant mind, but its reflexes were dangerously slow. A new weapon was needed, a sword as revolutionary as the shield it was meant to serve. The answer was not an evolution, but a revolution in design. It was called the Mark 41 vertical launching system. The concept was elegantly simple. Remove the complex mechanical arms and replace them with a grid of armored cells, each holding a single missile, ready to fire instantly. This wasn't just a new launcher. It was a new philosophy of naval firepower, and the first ship in history to be built from the keel up with this transformative technology was the 5th Aegis cruiser. Commissioned on September 20th, 1986, her name was USS Bunker Hill, CG-52. She was the ship that would give the Aegis shield its lightning-fast sword. The vertical launch system changed everything. The rate of fire was no longer limited by mechanical arms, but by the speed of the computers themselves. The Bunker Hill could launch a missile nearly every second, engaging a swarm of threats with a speed that was previously the stuff of science fiction. The VLS offered more than just speed. It offered incredible flexibility. Each cell could hold a different type of missile. A standard missile for air defense, a Tomahawk for land attack, or an ASRASI for anti-submarine warfare. The ship's loadout could be tailored for any mission, making her a master of any domain. The USS Bunker Hill didn't just prove this concept in exercises. She proved it in the crucible of combat. During Operation Desert Storm in 1991, she served as the air warfare commander for the entire Gulf, protecting Allied forces from air attack. More significantly, she was one of the very first warships to fire BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles against targets in Iraq, demonstrating the incredible offensive power the VLS had unleashed. From her decks, the new doctrine of precision, long-range naval strikes became a battlefield reality. She was a fortress against attack and a spear against the enemy, all at the same time. For over 3 decades, the USS Bunker Hill served as a cornerstone of the fleet. She was the first of her kind, the ship that validated a technology that would become the undisputed global standard. Her service in the Pacific Fleet, her deployments to the Persian Gulf, and her role as a leader in carrier strike groups consistently reinforced the value of the VLS revolution she began. She wasn't just a ship. She was the prototype for the modern surface navy. The USS Bunker Hill was decommissioned in 2023, her steel hull having served the nation with honor. But her legacy is in every surface combatant in the US Navy today. The vertical launch system, first proven on her decks, is now the standard for destroyers and cruisers worldwide. She took the revolutionary vision of the Aegis system and gave it the physical means to achieve its full potential. She created the template for the modern, multi-mission warship. Her story is a testament to the power of revolutionary thinking. It reminds us that sometimes the greatest leap forward comes from redesigning a system from the ground up. Share this video to honor the USS Bunker Hill.